LEGO Harry Potter set 30392 Hermione Study Desk Polybag Review in under 5 minutes. Let's go. So, first up, we're going to be taking a look at the Hermione minifigure, and overall, the Hermione minifigure in this polybag is absolutely incredible, except for one issue. She uses the mini legs instead of the midi legs, which are the tiny legs that can move, such as this Hermione minifigure right here. But other than that, I think this Hermione figure is absolutely incredible. The hair piece is accurate to Hermione's hair in the film. The face printing is actually really nice. She actually has two faces. She has this calm face, and then she has this scared face on the back. Here's some more of the back printing. The torso printing for the Hogwarts uniform looks incredible, both the front and the back. And the one piece is actually really nice. Overall, this minifigure of Hermione is absolutely incredible. So, now moving on to the accessories. So here are the 3 accessories you get in this polybag. So first up, you have this magic tile, which is randomly selected per polybag. And I think this tile looks really nice. I love the shiny effect of it. Then we also have this black book, which opens up to reveal a spell. But overall, this book is pretty nice. I wish it had some printing on the front. But other than that, I think it's really nice. And we also have this white letter piece. It's basic, but it's pretty nice. Overall, these accessories are neat additions that help to add more life to this polybag. So, moving on to the 2 builds. So here are the 2 builds in this magazine. First up, you have this build right here that comes with this owl, which is absolutely incredible. I love this owl piece. The color and printing on it are fantastic. Then we have a letter piece that's the same, but it's a different color. It's a neat addition. This build is pretty generic. It's nice to display all your accessories, but other than that, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. But the study desk, on the other hand, is actually a really nice build. So there's this build for the ink and the feather, which look incredible. It has a basic use of 3 pieces, but it just works perfectly with this polybag. Then there's also the study desk, which I think looks great with the amount of pieces that's used. There's also a feature where you can turn the desk up and down, which I think is pretty nice. And you can put Hermione there to make her look like that she's using her study desk for studying. Overall, the study desk is really nice. I really like the study desk. The side build is pretty generic, except for these 2 pieces. These 2 pieces are really nice, but other than that, it's okay. So, moving on to my final verdict. What do I think of this polybag? I think this polybag is pretty good for what you get. What you get is this really good study desk with this amazing ink build. You get a pretty great Hermione figure with a wand. I just wish she had midi legs. You get this awesome owl piece, some cool letter pieces. This book is pretty good, except for the fact that it doesn't have printing on the front of it. I wish it had printing on the front. This side build right here is pretty generic, but everything else that's included is pretty good. So overall, I'd give this polybag a 7 out of 10. It's really good for what you get. I just have minor complaints that started bringing this polybag down for me. So yeah, that's gonna conclude it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this review, feel free to like, subscribe, and check out any other video on screen right now, and I will see you all in my next one.